Oh boy, it's been a long time since I did any vlogging in this car. When was the last time I did anything in this car? Like, probably before I left for LA. This is my sister's car now, but it was in the way, so I took it just to move it automatically. And my father, I think, was going to try to move the van while I was gone. So let us see if he was successful indeed. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 27th. Day 828, I do believe. Hang in there, transmission. We're gonna head home. I just dropped Sarah off in the morning as per usual. And well, now we get to go. Be done with this and head home. I've got a few things on my agenda for nothing, well, nothing super major. As I talked about yesterday, might be a Home Depot trip and a Acme trip in our store, but that was a pun that I did not intend on making, but it happened accidentally. I wholeheartedly apologize. Oh well. Anyway, today, as we drift through this fog that is slightly clearing up in this car that does not have a good wiper system. Should I turn my fog light on? I do have a fog light on and I always fucking forget to use it. I don't care enough to go figure it out. What the fuck is that cologne smell? That is not a fun smell to have. Blaring into your nostrils this early on in the morning. I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, we are going to head home. The main thing that's on my agenda for the moment this morning is actually to start doing laundry. Any air that you're hearing whoop up in the mic is actually just coming from the vents, even if the vents are off. Like, it's just legitimately because the car is moving, and that's fine, I guess. It's fine and dandy. You know, shit's normal. Shit's normal, that's fine. But even though we're on spring break, the school buses are still out in full force. But anyway, this was talking about yesterday. We're going to the Home Depot at some point today because we need to make keys and get power strips. I think that's the main mission there. And we're going to Acme today, I think. Some grocery store, because I think it's Acme that has these rug doctor rentals, these carpet cleaning machines, because tomorrow we're going to go clean my grandma's carpet. And shout out to Acme, by the way, I guess. Whatever, anyway, yeah, and I've got a little bit of laundry to do today, and other than that, I'm really just kind of doing other spring breaky things, and by which I mean actually being a lazy fuck and not doing anything for fucking once in my existence. Happens every break, but still, I enjoy being a lazy fuckaroo, and well, because co-op is so late, I get a late start on this quarter too. Now, as you will mention, the counter, which was in double digits for a while, left you know that there was only so many digits left you had to deal with. And in spring break, but you noticed it was a fairly high number, and it still is a fairly high number, of which I am not certain what it is, but it is. So as that, well, I'm glad you asked. It is simply because I start work on Wednesday, so I have a week and a half basically to not do work. And then I will be thrust full force into co-op. Speaking of co-op, did I ever actually do that vlog I promised a very long time ago talking about what co-op actually is? Because it's actually fucking relevant now. Because I put it off for so fucking long that I'm actually on co-op. I don't think I did. Good fucking lord. God damn it. Okay, well. So, I'm going to put it off a little bit longer just because I don't think I'm going to do it in the minute I have left sitting here at this light. But, long story short, co-op is Drexel's way of getting you out of class for 6 months to get work experience. That's the 5-second explanation. I will probably put together a list of notes I have to make, because I don't really know exactly what I would want to talk about regarding it yet. Vlogs aren't scripted, but I do have notes sometimes just to make sure I cover all topics I intended to cover. That's not true. There was one vlog that was scripted. One vlog was scripted. Didn't I script one vlog? Like, one vlog. The rest of these are obviously not scripted because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I feel like I scripted one vlog for some reason. I don't know. Would I have done that? What would I have done that for? I feel like there was some special vlog I made or something that was like actually legitimately scripted. Like, I mean, even the ones that were back for photography where I was going over like photos and photo montages, like, no, I was actually just making that up live. I've had lists of topics to talk about plenty of times in my existence. But I feel like I've legitimately scripted something like once or twice or something. Like, not even like jokes, like an entire vlog, at least a vlog segment or something, I don't remember. But regardless, I will not remember in the time that I am about to go park in the driveway. So I will say that I will maybe remember and see everybody later, and we will be back not in this car, and indeed in some other motor vehicle of choice. Whatever. It was a little bit of a throwback to be driving this car, I guess. But now, we must head inside. Let's do it, shall we? My room is kind of an absolute mess. There's technology everywhere. So I think after we head off to the Home Depot, because we're about to do that now. I'm gonna try to clean some of this up a little bit. Okay. But in other news, off to Home Depot for keys and power strips. Let's do it. Let's go get the things. Well, there are the 2 new keys that will unlock doors on the house. And here are some 2 new power strips. Now, this one is actually just going to go to replace the one for the lighting rig that I have. That works, I guess. I was thinking that there's going to be some restraint that was going to stop, but no. And this one is actually going to go up here, because what I'm thinking is going to happen up here is that as soon as I get all this junk cleared off the top of my thing here, what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to make this into like a laptop dock for some of the bigger laptops, because we have the little dock over there for like the notebooks, and there's still technology everywhere, which I need to go tackle shortly. But yeah, so that's next. Well, my bedroom is significantly cleaner now. As you will notice, there's only 3 things actually on my bed, and 2 of which can be cleared off at a moment's notice, and the third one is just going to go back to the box a little bit. This is significantly cleaner. Not much is on it. That's charging. That's my phone. That moves around with me wherever I choose to please. Candles, except for the one charging, are in a stack here. Tablets are over there. Mini laptops are all here, except for the one that's on the top over here. Which is topping off this gigantic stack of machines. Looks pretty weird, doesn't it? Yeah. Those are just all machines that I've prepared or whatever over several years now. Some of those machines are more than 10 years old, but that is no matter anyway. And pretty much there's, I think, what is there? I think there's 3 or 4 of those machines that have actually come to me from the old house, and those are at least... well, we moved in here 8 years ago, I think. Yeah, something like that. 8, 7. Whatever. Anyway, I think it's gonna be time for me to go get the vlog cut from yesterday before I forget about it again and it gets terribly late in the afternoon. Let's get that done. And, well, after that, we shall see what it is that we come about to doing. But let's get that done first. Let's get that done. Let's get that out of the way. Let's actually make progress. Well, that was a decent decision. The vlog is done. So I can close through Premiere and close out of Prelude. The export is happening shortly, and then it will be able to be uploaded and published, and we are perfectly on time because it is only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. How enjoyable. But yeah, so that's at least done. That is done. So what's next? I have honestly no idea. I might sit down and read for a little while. I just don't know. We'll figure it out. Why are you here? You never leave that room. What are you doing up here? She seems happy, but she never leaves the downstairs. And she does look slightly confused, but, well, we are all slightly confused just as equally. You never leave. Like, literally, in the 2 years you've lived here, you've never left the downstairs back room. Like, very rarely. Whatever. You see what's underneath of my Kindle? It's a mysterious package. Why are you on, light? Okay, that's better. Let us continue on forward here. Yes, there is a mysterious package over here, and by continue on forward, I mean continue on backwards, because we are backing out of my driveway ever so nicely because, well, it's 5:52. Sarah should be here in like 20 minutes or so, which means 25 because SEPTA. But, okay, so where have we been the past half an hour or so? Well, I actually ran over to Acme to get the rug doctor. So we now have the rug doctor. We have rented it until 5:42 tomorrow. Yes, such a weird time, but it was like supposedly exactly 24 hours. So yeah, I have to take that back at some point tomorrow, but I also, yeah, alright, where to start? Well, I guess I could start with right now. I'm going to go get Sarah from the train. So we have the rug doctor now. Later on, in everything involving the rug doctor, we are going to actually try to use it. We need to wash it off first because I said that we should just kind of spray down the thing before we start using it because those things have been everywhere and really need to have some maintenance. So we're going to try to wash it down, like with a hose probably outside, and then we're going to use it for us because we've got a few smaller things that we're going to try to tackle because that's always a good idea. So that'll be fun, right? And then, so yeah, that'll be tonight. And then tomorrow I need to go take it over to my grandma's room because we'll apparently be doing her rugs and floors and all that. So we have it for that. We got the soaps and things and whatnot. We haven't rented a rug doctor in quite some time because I don't think we've actually rented one since we moved into this house. And like I was talking about, I think this morning, we moved into this house like 7 years ago. Was that this morning? I feel like that was this morning. Whatever. But yeah, so we are going to go do that. But first I need to go get Sarah because it is the middle of rush hour. And I have my Kindle with me, as you saw when I was talking to the package, which is sitting under the Kindle because I intend to read if I have any sort of spare time before we are done and fine and dandy and all of that nonsense. Just because, well, that seems like a decent way to spend my time if I have to wait for a train. Because I actually left early because I was like, oh, get things done, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, well, what's the point in leaving this early? Because I'm still going to be waiting for at least a quarter of an hour for Sarah to come into the first place because it's a train. So I am supremely early. Well, whatever. We'll have time to sit in the car and read, I guess, for a little while or something. Whatever. That's fine, right? Right. Something like that. Something along those lines. There's another tow truck. Why are there so many tow trucks up here? Whatever. But yeah, so that is kind of the plan for later on tonight, later on this evening, later on this afternoon. Are we officially on evening now? When does evening technically start? I'm going to say 6. So we've got only 5 more minutes left of afternoon, and then from this point forward, we shall be officially calling it evening. That sounds good, right? Because, I mean, the sun is starting to dissipate, as you can tell by the fact that that is the blinding sun in the top corner of the screen. Or, like, bouncing off the edge of my mirror, and it is coming down and bouncing off that guy's car. He's at the right angle, and all that other fun stuff. But anyway, to go get Sarah, why is this taking forever to go places? Are people misbehaving? I am honestly uncertain. Alright, to the train station to go pick up Sarah, then to go back home, then to play with the rug doctor. Well, what do I have here in this package of doom? It's actually not a package of doom at all. It is a package of enjoyment because this is called a Kiwi Game Boy Color. And, well, if you haven't been paying attention to my collection, this is the last of the normal colored Game Boy Colors. And if you aren't familiar at all, the Game Boy Colors come primarily in these 5 colors featured in the color logo, which means this is the last one. Because I obviously have this, I have the strawberry, I have the grape, now I have kiwi. I got the dandelion fairly recently, and I had a teal one way back in the day. And that was my original one, and it still exists to this very day. So looking it over a little bit more closely, you can see is that it is a little bit dirty. But, well, to be honest with you, I would not have it any other way. See, I kind of really would like to take this thing apart, give it a nice rub down, get it all cleaned and operational, assuming it works in the first place. If not, I will parts it, and well, we'll go from there. For whatever reason, finding one that was in like dirty, cheap condition was actually fairly hard. I'm not sure why, but people for whatever reason actually have taken the liberty of cleaning them themselves, and I'm like, I want to have fun too, guys. I want to clean this. So yeah. Because also, because people are charging a lot more for the upcharged ones, or even ones that have fixed screens, and this is an original, probably never been opened in its life, because it's kind of dirty, but again, just the way I want it. So we might take this apart at some point this week. Hopefully we will take it apart at some point this week. I will amend that to say. But in the meantime, I'm going to take a breath for a minute and just continue reading. But yes, I am quite satisfied. Time for the late night portion of the vlog. Well, you betcha. So what happened today? Well, after that last segment, basically nothing, because, well, I'm really fucking tired and just want to get to bed, so we did not actually want to be seeing the Rug Doctor today at all. Just did not happen, so that will be kind of reserved for tomorrow. Tomorrow we will use the Rug Doctor, at least at my grandma's house, probably here, because we simply did not get around to it, but that's not the biggest deal in the world, because we have it until 5:42 tomorrow p.m. Yeah, it's a 24-hour rental, and it's exact, as I mentioned. So tomorrow's plan. Normal Sarah drop off at the train station, who, by the way, is celebrating the fact that she got an A in her physics class. So she's getting dropped off at the train station tomorrow, as per normal. Then we're going to go take the Rug Doctor to my grandma's house at some point, do her rugs and carpet, come back here, maybe do ours, and then take the thing back, and we will see about what else. So maybe we'll deconstruct the Game Boy and refurbish it tomorrow. Maybe it'll have to wait until Wednesday, but regardless, we will see about that tomorrow. Now, I'm going to go off to bed. I think that did enough work today to justify going to bed. I've read a bit and played a little bit more since I got back here, but everything is all pretty good. Pretty satisfied, pretty tired, pretty ready to go to bed. So I think I'm going to go do just that. So thank you for watching today. If you want to, I don't know, be involved in weird cleaning shit tomorrow, watch tomorrow, I'll see you whenever you decide to come back, if you decide to come back at all. For all I know, you could just unsubscribe and never watch again. Whatever.